Hi, I'm Zach Blackburn. I'm the Program Chair of Graphic Arts and Imaging Technology. So what is graphic arts? Well, here's what I like to tell people is that we take graphics from idea to final product. So we don't just go and make a design. We take that art and then we apply it in some way and then really produce that idea so that we have a finished product. So in a lot of ways, we're art, but we're also technology. A lot of what we do in class is it's very, very hands-on. We get to use a wide variety of different technologies in a number of different ways. And also a big part of what we do is solving problems. Like, how can we make this work? So we educate students to enter into labeling, packaging, apparel. When I say apparel, I'm talking about t-shirt designs and printing and that sort of thing, but it's more than just t-shirts. So we say apparel. Signage is a very big one, and signage can be everything from a large sign at the entrance of a development, but it also could be a car wrap. So there's a wide variety of different signages out there. Basically what happens is that we learn how to apply graphics on virtually anything. So why should you consider this as a career? Well, number one, there's a great job outlook right now. We maybe experience a pandemic in this country and the economy's hurting, but you know what people are doing a lot of? They're shopping at Walmart, Target, Amazon, and they're buying all kinds of products up. And because of that, packaging is in huge demand right now. So the outlook is very good, and we'll talk a little bit more of that in a second. In this career, you can be very creative and technical. So maybe you're somebody who enjoys science. Maybe you're somebody that enjoys being able to figure out problems. But at the same time, you're somebody that also passionate about art and color and those sorts of things. So we're kind of looking for somebody that's got a really strong left brain, but also a really strong right brain. Those are the type of people that do very well in our program. Starting salary is pretty good. Most entry-level positions are going to pay anywhere from $17 to $21 an hour. It's very common for our students to start in that range or even possibly higher. And that's just starting. We do paid internships. We've got a variety of companies that hire our students on a part-time basis. You get class credit for that towards the end of your program. Maybe you want to be an entrepreneur. There are opportunities within this field to start a small business, especially if you're interested in signage or apparel decoration. Big opportunities for that with small investments. A lot of our students have gone on to do that sort of thing. We are kind of a smaller department, so that means that our class sizes are smaller, and we're able to form very good relationships with students. And then we are also an internationally recognized department. This image right here is from a group of students a couple years ago that won a major award for a barbecue sauce company that they designed. They designed their labeling, produced it, and then entered into a international contest where they won. And they went up against, we were the only community college that entered, and we went up against places like Clemson and Cal Polytechnical Institute, and we wound up winning 2 awards that year, and it's something we do every year. So a lot of opportunity. We're a small college, but we can definitely run with the bigger colleges. So moving on, what are you going to learn? Well, first off, you're going to learn those graphic applications like Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign. We're going to teach you the ins and outs of these programs so that you are very confident and proficient in those applications. You're going to learn about flexography. Real simply put, that's label and packaging printing. Screen printing, that's going to be your t-shirt, apparel type printing. Digital printing can be applied to a wide variety of things. A lot of it, a lot of how we do it's with signage and whatnot, but it can be everything from booklets, flyers, business cards, to big, large prints, to car wraps, to you name it. You can probably print it digitally. But digital is just a little bit different, but it kind of goes into its own category of its own. Sign production and vinyl, which we already kind of mentioned. And so you get to work with all these technologies, and what that's going to wind up doing is give you a very wide and broad skill set that can be applied in a lot of different directions. So when it comes to employment, it's never been better for our students, and I'm serious about this. I did this search here on ZipRecruiter earlier today, did a search for printing jobs, North Carolina, 1,246, and that is today, which is November 24th of 2020. So while everybody is like panicked about losing their jobs, our students are getting jobs, and they can actually have their choice of jobs. What are some of the career options that you might have? One thing I definitely encourage students to go into is technical representative, and this is where you work for a supply company and help other companies incorporate technology into their companies. You can go into sales. A lot of money being made in sales. You may not think you're a salesman, but it's a good career path. A pre-press, that's when you take files that maybe a designer has made, or a pre-press sometimes actually also does design, but where they'll take the file and they'll make it work so that it is producible. And that'd be using like Adobe Illustrator, Photoshop, InDesign, as well as some specialized applications as well. You could do a press operation. You know, you may not want to run a machine every day, but heck, you may want to run a machine every day. If you're technically inclined, it's a perfect job because they're in serious demand right now, and you can make some very good money as a press operator. Packaging engineer, somebody that goes and designs actual packagings that hold particular products. Lab technicians, people that might work doing a variety of different jobs that are related to the print industry. Quality control, people that keep track of what's going on in production and making sure that it's at the standards they want it to be at. And there's a lot of different opportunities. Now, this image right here of this young lady, she's a graduate. Her last semester that she was here, we went on a tour of a big company, that was doing some testing, and this is her, looking at the test material that they were working on. She now works in their design center, where what she does is they invite artists in, and then she helps those artists understand the technology that they can apply to their art, and then can move into more elaborate, more let's say complicated production of their ideas. So great success story there. So that's about all the time I got. Here's the information that you may need. You can scan this QR code to capture my contact information. And thank you very much. Don't hesitate to reach out to me for any questions whatsoever. Look forward to having you in class.